Welcome, welcome, welcome. So we're back with another episode. Today's episode is going to be about just trusting God in the season that you're in. So tune in if you want to hear all about it. Welcome back. We're back with another episode. Today's episode is going to be all about trusting God in the season that you're in and just being patient with yourself and with God and just understanding that He just knows it all. His ways are so much better than our ways. So it's been a whole week. How are you? I'm so glad to be back with you and commune with you. And I just want us to just realize that everything is not always going to be easy, but we have to just keep standing strong because God is here for us, and Jesus was here and was strong for us. He died on the cross for us. So we just have to remain in that same spirit of worship and just gratitude and just remain thankful and just continue trugging along even when it gets super hard, because I know life be lifing, but we just have to remain strong. So I really have been in a season of just being patient and just understanding that I am the equipment, and God has shown me this over and over again. Starting this podcast was kind of just very, okay, God, I hear you. But as I continued to do it, I was like, all right, God, I kind of want better things. I want a microphone. I want a new chair. And so I impulsively went and bought a chair. And God told me okay, no, don't use the chair. And it didn't even look good. It didn't fit. It wasn't giving the aesthetic, nothing. So I knew right then and there, okay, God, I am the equipment. Then on a second instance, I went and bought a nice little microphone. I was like, oh, it's going to be great. My podcast is going to be booming, all these things. And then I literally got the microphone, tried to set it up, and it didn't work. I was like, okay, if this isn't from God, I don't know what is, because God, all right, I hear you. I hear you, God, I hear you. So I just want to remind you that even in the seasons where we're this is too much, I don't want to, we have to just remain faithful, because God is so faithful and He always shows up. And whatever season you are in, I just encourage you to just keep on trucking and just remember that God knows the plans He has for us. Let's take this to scripture. Jeremiah 29:11 is going to be our scripture for the day. And it says, "For I know the thoughts that I think toward you, saith the Lord, thoughts of peace and not of evil, to give you an expected end. Then shall ye call upon me, and ye shall go and pray unto me, and I will hearken unto you. And ye shall seek me and find me, when ye shall search for me with all of your heart. And I will be found of you, saith the Lord. And I will turn away your captivity, and I will gather you from the nations, and from all the places whither I have driven you, saith the Lord. And I will bring you again unto the place I have caused you to be carried away captive." So, right here we see that God really knows what He's doing. He is able to be trusted. His word does not return void. He says, I know the plans I have for you. Plans to prosper you and to bring you to an expected end. Not to harm you, not to hurt you, not to beat you, but plans to prosper you. So I just encourage you to just trust God in the season that you're in. When all else fails, we can count on God. I promise you that, because there's been many seasons in my life where I was like, all right, God, so what next? Or not even what God, but what's next? And little did I know, even when I wasn't so strong in God, God was protecting me. In each season of our life, God is protecting us, whether we know it or not. In that accident you should have been in and you survived, God protected you. In that party that you should have died, God protected you. In that sense of alcoholism that you had, God protected you. In that storm that you were in, God protected you and brought you through. So I just encourage you to just stand firm and just know that whatever season you're in, God is going to bring you through. He wouldn't bring you to it, not to bring you through it. So just stay encouraged. I pray that this blesses you and that you have a good day.